is going on, everybody? Happy December 1st, 2025. We have made it to the end of the year and the month, and a lot of things are coming up, a lot of updates, a lot of things are happening. News is dropping left and right. Wow, what a time it is to be a fan of DC right now. There's so many change happening. There's so many things that are coming and things that are literally in development, and that is amazing because this is what we want. This is what we are after. And in the end, we will stop at nothing because this is what we, the fans, customers, consumers worldwide, are coming together for one goal, which is, for the restoration of the Snyderverse. And of course, we want to see David Ayer's Suicide Squad. So release the Ayer cut. You'll see why I posted these pictures today, and we're going to talk about a few things just because this month is going to be very, very interesting. Say what you want, but the Snyderverse lives, and it's amazing to see how we are getting so many updates, so many things, and it's just awesome to see everything everywhere, how things are just, taking shape, and it's awesome to be here with each and every one of you all over the world, whatever time zone you're in right now. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Like I said, today we're going to talk about a few things. And like I said, the title of today is that the Snyderverse, the, the interest, it keeps growing. It keeps growing. There's no stopping it. This is an avalanche of goodness. And, in the end, this is what we want and we're going to get. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. But if you're able to donate to the channel, go for it. That helps out the channel. It helps out everything. So you already know how that goes. At this point, is I have a little small brand, so this is what I do and stuff. Yes, you already know it. Let's go December. Finally, finally. We are going to talk about this update with the sale and everything that's been going on with that. So just give me a minute while I try to catch up with the comments and stuff like that. So, just trying to give y'all that spotlight while we wait for more people to tune in and all that stuff. So it's going to be a good topic today, and this is very interesting, and this is going to be very awesome. All right, so we're caught up right now. All right, so look, first things first, you might be asking yourself, what's up with the sale? Did we hear any update? Look, the only update that just came out, like about probably within the 35 minutes that just came out now, I just posted it on my YouTube, is that Netflix has made a cash offer. We do not know how much. We do not know how much it is. We don't know nothing. We just know that they're right now in negotiations with Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers is just looking, to see if they want to accept and if it meets their requirements, whatever it is that they're trying to do and stuff like that. So, that's where we are right now. Like I told y'all straight up, don't have too many high hopes just because of it's WB, and they did it. They did what I told you was going to happen. That's why I told y'all don't have your hopes too high. All right. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see that. Oh yeah, look, you called it. You said they might not give us an update today. Yeah, they're just playing corporate games. That's what it is. They know they're toying with each and every one of us. All right. But the same way that they're playing games, we too are not going to play games because we're going to show them what the business is and what really matters. Because in the end, what we want is good movies, good entertainment, and we want the Snyderverse to get restored along with the Ayer cut to get released. That's it. That's all we want. And of course, seeing yesterday, you all saw while I was doing the live stream. If you tuned in, if you didn't, check it out. Towards the end, I know some of you were like, "Hey, Zach just posted an update and stuff like that," and he did. He posted the, go watch Zack Snyder's Justice League Gray Edition, on HBO Max. Right, a lot of things have been coming out from this. And a lot of people are talking left and right. I'm telling y'all, my friends, the Snyderverse is getting restored. Period. That's it. For Zach to post that up yesterday, yo, that is the same way that when we got right before the Snyder Cut got announced. So I'm telling you, Zach is talking to us. He's straight up low-key telling us, hey, if you watch, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Gray Edition, that's going to tell the executives, everybody on the board, hey, look, there's still a demand. So I'm telling you right now, this is going to be awesome. This is awesome right now and stuff like that. So this is pretty dope to see all these updates and stuff like that. So Just seeing Zach posting and sharing, that's very, very awesome. And we need that, because he's debunking all of these rumors that are flying around. Why would Zach be posting a picture of, you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and to go watch it on HBO Max? Very interesting, right? To me, that's very interesting. That's saying a lot. And like I said, this month is very, very juicy because this month in December, literally today is the first. What is that telling you? We have what this month has. Let me look at my calendar. We have 31 days in this month. We now have 30 days remaining to find out what's going to be the future of Warner Brothers, if they're going to sell or if they're not going to sell. We just know that Netflix made a cash offer, but we do not know how much it is. All right. That's WB that they're reviewing it, the board, they're looking at all that. Those are just numbers and that's corporate stuff that they're dealing. All right. So it is what it is. We're going to see what's going to come from it. And like I told y'all, we're not going to hear an official update until probably Christmas. All right. They're going to close a deal and they're probably wrapping things up. They're trying to speed it and look through all these files. They're just looking through the small print. That's all. The fine print, the little tiny letters, that's what they're looking through and stuff. So it's probably going to take them about like the next 3 weeks of anything. But I'm telling y'all straight up. Remember, David Zaslav said it. Before Christmas or by Christmas, we are going to find out an official update of who, if WB sells. If they don't sell, that's a whole different thing. All right. But the point is that things are moving and hey, let them do what they got to do. Look at their options and let the best company win to buy them out and stuff like that. So we will see. We will see what's gonna happen. Yeah, hopefully Zaslav takes the offer and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. We still have to see what the counter offer is going to be from Comcast and what the next counter offer is going to be from Paramount. So again, I think that the next 3 weeks are probably going to be in tune. And if they're probably listening to this, look, this whole week is just gonna be focused on Netflix. Then next week is probably gonna be focused on Paramount, and I think the last week is probably gonna be focused on Comcast. So that's just me. I'm speculating. I don't know. I don't know if that's how it's gonna work, but if we look at it, that would literally bring us right to the week, leading us, a few days before Christmas and all that stuff. So again, I'm just looking at it from a business standpoint, and we'll see what's gonna happen. In the end, it's always about money, but that's what it is, at this moment and stuff like that. It's always corporate games. Exactly. It's always about corporate games. Um, let's see who wins. I hope Comcast wins. That's just my preference. But David Zaslav can also screw this up. Don't forget. All right. Why do I say that? Look, let's analyze something. This is just me speculating and talking just to talk right now. I don't know if this is official. I don't know if this is confirmed. I don't know nothing. I'm just talking right now, straight up, just speculating. All right. Let's not forget next month, HBO Max comes into play with Warner Brothers, with HBO Max and the streaming service. Why? Let me just speculate. Hear me out real quick. What if, all right, Comcast does acquire and they end up buying, HBO Max and they end up buying their streaming service, DC, their IPs and stuff like that. Because they're after that. That's what they're mainly focused on right now. They don't really want, so much from it. They just really want to buy what's going to bring them money. And remember that rumor floating around that I've been telling y'all since the summertime. So like what, 5 months I've been telling y'all about the rumor that Comcast, wants to do, like on HBO Max, DC alternative content. What if this is leading us into it? What if this is telling, hey, we're prepping something? What if right before the end of the year we hear something? I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm just trying to bring something positive. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Larry, what's his name? Larry Fong, he said it too. Anything is possible at this point. And look, I'm telling you right now, they have non-disclosure agreements. They cannot talk, they cannot say much. And they're just literally just riding the wave, seeing how far things go, to a certain point until these contracts are fully done and WB decides who they're going to sell. If they're going to sell. Because in the end, they could be looking at all these contracts and stuff, and they could still be like, you know what? We're not gonna sell at the moment. That could happen too, my friends. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Don't put all your hopes in this sale. Also, I want it to happen, but I'm looking at it from a business standpoint, Because remember, Greedy David Zaslav wants $30 a share. That company is not at that level right now. They're not putting out quality like that. So anything could change. All right. Anything could change. It could sell. It might not sell. So we have to be realistic. I told you a few days, I told y'all yesterday, don't be surprised if today we don't hear anything. And what happens? Dun, dun, we didn't hear shit. All we're hearing right now is that, yeah, Netflix made an offer. We don't even know how much. So they're not even telling us that. What are y'all trying to hide? So that I'm just looking at it from both point of views, from a business aspect and also from a consumer, where it's like, okay, let them do their corporate thing. I have no business being there or whatever. I'm not on the board. I'm not a chairman. I'm not an executive, nothing of that, so we just have to see what their decisions are going to be, hopefully for the best. But if it's for the bad, then yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But I don't think it's going to be for the bad, honestly. Because why would Zach be posting these pictures, especially telling and encouraging all of us, to go watch the Snyder Cut again on HBO Max, to make noise? That's what it is. To show them, hey, there's still a demand, there's still interest, and we're seeing it. There's a huge interest right now. People everywhere, whether you're with Zack Snyder or you're against Zack Snyder, the fact is that people everywhere are talking about Zack Snyder. People are talking about Justice League 2 and 3. People are talking about the DCEU. Notice how James Gunn is silent. James Gunn is silent like a mouse right now. I wish James Gunn was here right now. Probably his little squad, his little goons, listening. They're probably in the corner, just they're biting their nails, nervous, and talking so much crap among themselves, knowing that their DCU is coming to an end. And I can't wait. I really can't wait, honestly. And honestly, like, this is going to be very, very interesting. And seeing how things are just changing. Look, in the end, when everybody was against us, even blue check mark accounts on Twitter at the time, now it's X, and all over social media, they were making fun of us. How many channels didn't say, oh, the Snyder Cut's never going to happen? Oh, move on, and blah, 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 right? That's the same thing they're saying right now. And what do we have? The Snyder Cut. We have the Snyder Cut. Pick how you want to watch it, digital or physical. That's it. It's a done deal. We have it. That's it. That's why you see all these trolls that they're so pissed off and they're mad, because they couldn't stop us. They didn't stop us back then. They can't stop us now, and they won't stop us in the future. I'm starting to see more channels and more people starting to talk about how strong we are as a community. And yeah, we are the majority. We've always been the majority. The ones to blame are not Zack Snyder, are not David Ayer. It's the piss poor direction of the executives at the board at WB. Those are the ones you got to hold accountable. Zack Snyder did what he could with what he was given. He stepped away. WB stepped in and said, hey, we're going to bring in Joss Whedon. And look at how bad that turned out. So don't blame Zack. Don't blame us. Blame the studio for making that decision. The same thing happened for Suicide Squad. What happened? Oh, they put out Studio Squad. Oh, that wasn't good enough. Let's put out the extended cut. A lot better than what they put out theatrically. But it's just telling you, look, that's 2 times 2 different directors. What else? Batman versus Superman. You have the ultimate cut and you have the, studio version again. So it's telling you, that's the studio that we're going up against. And it's still happening, It doesn't matter if they merge. It doesn't matter if they sell. It doesn't matter if they continue with the same, regime if you want. Because remember, the same thing happened when Ann Sarnoff was there. Oh, we're done. We're moving away, blah, blah, blah. She's gone. We got the Snyder Cut. That's it. It's a huge win for us. That's all that matters. And that's what you're seeing all these other shills out there crying and complaining, saying that, oh, the actors and the actresses have moved on. Oh, they don't want to come back. Oh, they don't want this and that, blah, 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 right? Accept it. You know that they're willing to come back. You just can't face it. You know that all of these actors, actresses, directors, producers, music composers, they're all ready to come back. They have not once said that they're done. Straight up. They are not. They continue to say, hell yeah, let's do it. And we're seeing how cinema is starting to change. Because, of course, like I told y'all, unfortunately, politics plays a big part within Hollywood. It's part of it. You have to accept it. Nobody's going to change it. It always been like that. It's like that, and it's always going to remain like that. Every time, notice it. I won't talk and I won't get into politics, but I do want to point it out. Notice whenever there's a change in our presidency, how come things always go a certain way? The woke era is done, my friends. It's done. That destroyed the industry overall. And that's what Hollywood's trying to fix. And when you have the president trying to jump into that, what is that telling you? That they're trying to sort things out because, again, they're done with agendas. That's what happens. And for the past who knows how long, we've all been affected by that. And that's telling you, hey, yeah, this does play a role in it. But that doesn't matter. In the end, like I said, what matters is that we're fighting for the Snyder Cut. I mean, not the Snyder Cut. We're fighting for the restoration of the Snyderverse. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen, my friends. There's no doubt about that. And all these actors, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, they're all coming back. They are all coming back. Why would Gal Gadot post up a picture of Wonder Woman? The first picture, all right, during Halloween. All right. Yes, I get it because of Halloween, whatever. She could have posted any other picture, but no, she acknowledged it. All right. What is that telling you? Yo, she knows that people are straight up making noise about this. People are probably asking her and all this stuff. Who knows? The point is that she posted that. Then what? We saw Zack Snyder post a picture of Jared Leto's Joker from the Snyder Cut. We saw a picture of Henry Cavill. Not one, but multiple. Ben Affleck. What is that telling you? This is Superman. This is Batman. Keyword is not past, present. While we're in the middle of a quote unquote James Gunn reboot. Reboot? Is it a reboot? Is it a retcon? Is it this? Is it that? Make up your mind, James Gunn. You have no clue what you're doing. Seriously. Completely. And for that, I thank you, James Gunn. I thank you for screwing up everything. You know why? Because you literally are leaving your legacy as the biggest disaster in cinema and at DC. Seriously, thank you. Because we proved you wrong. And we're telling you and exposing you out here. And everybody's calling out your nonsense. And you're seeing it everywhere. People are tired of what the DCU is doing. It's destroyed the brand. Literally, this is why Warner Brothers is going up for sale. To all you James Gunn cultists and all you James Gunn glazers that are out there, listen very close. Your time with the DCU is coming to a dead end. And you know it. Like Smokey told Craig on Friday, you know this, man. That's exactly what this is. You know this. You cannot stop us. You'll never stop us. We've always been the majority. And if your DCU with James Gunn was the majority and it fit keyword was quote unquote a success, why the hell is Warner Brothers going up for sale? Can't you James Gunn cultists and glazers comprehend and understand that you are nothing? You never have and you never will. This reboot was a disaster. It was not needed. James Gunn had the opportunity. Keyword, James Gunn had the opportunity to fix things. All right? So when you James Gunn glazers come at me, oh, but give James Gunn a chance. I did, bozos. You know how? We gave him a chance with Creature Commandos. We gave him a chance with Peacemaker season 1 and 2. We gave him a chance with The Suicide Squad. And we gave him a chance with Superman 2025. That's 5 chances. And you screwed it all up. 5. Not 1, 5. Add the math and see how much that costed the studio. Wake up, Warner Brothers. Wake up. How many flops does it take for you to comprehend and understand that this reboot was a disaster? Accept that you're at fault. Accept that you are wrong and you did it wrong. You should have continued and ended properly the Snyderverse. James Gunn, you had the opportunity. Keyword, you had the opportunity to continue the Snyderverse and end it properly and say, once we're done, we're going to do a full reboot and do whatever the hell you want to do and enter you into your Gunverse. I would have been cool with that. But no, you decided we're going to take this character. We're going to take that character. We're going to piss off the fans more with this one. But this one's going to get them really hot. And we're going to do that. You're gonna retcon, you're gonna reboot, it's a soft reboot, it's a full retcon. What the hell, yo? Like, make up your mind. You've been toying with this far too long. And for that, our wallets have been closed. And now they're locked. Meaning, get ready because Supergirl 2026 is going to tank. It's going to do worse than Superman 2025. Clayface is going to also tank. Everything that you're quote unquote trying to put out is not going to work. It's just not. Accept it. Accept the big L. And accept that the Snyder fans, the Snyder community, and the Snyderverse have always had the big W, the big win. All right? Blame WB for the mess that they're in right now. That's all it is. That's all it is. In the end, you have more people talking, good and bad, when Zack Snyder posts a picture. How come nobody's talking about James Gunn's DCU right now? James Gunn's trying to push and promote his whatever it is that he's trying to do. Nobody cares. Nobody's interested. Nobody. What? 15 people? 10 people? Nobody gives a damn. Meanwhile, Zack Snyder is breaking records on the internet. Straight up. Because people are all tuned in, finding out, speculating, talking about whether it's good or bad. But people are still talking about the Snyderverse. What is that telling you? People are still literally giving praise to Man of Steel from 2013. And we're in 2025. A movie that came out 12 years ago. People are still talking about Batman versus Superman like it just released in the past 5 years. And it's been like 10 years? What is that telling you? Meanwhile, nobody gives two shits about James Gunn and his DCU. Nobody cares about the Suicide Squad. How come? How come when they push and promote Superman last year around this time? Huh? How come when they put the trailer, oh, from the director of Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh, that you needed, right? You needed that Marvel credit again. How come WB and you James Gunn Glazers couldn't acknowledge and say, from the director of the biggest flop, The Suicide Squad, James Gunn brings the next flop, Superman. That's how it should have been reworded. But no, you Gunn Glazers always think and feel entitled. You always love to throw stone and then like to play the victim. Oh, Superman's going to make $1 billion. When you saw that it wasn't getting the numbers that it was supposed to, oh, y'all started lowering those numbers, huh? Every time you just started lowering and lowering it until you got to like 100 and something million. You were almost on the edge of comparing it to The Flush. What is that telling you? That you don't even believe in your own brand. You don't believe in your own false leader, James Gunn. James Gunn, what have you put out that's made $1 billion? Tell me. Nothing. Not even at Marvel. Not even at Marvel. What is that telling you? What is that telling you? And they'll come at me and tell me, oh, but combine, it makes this. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. It just doesn't. I'm tired of the excuses. The Snyderverse is making a comeback. The interest keeps on growing. Instead of it fading away, it just keeps growing more and more. That's what I'm telling you. You can't cover this. You can't hide this anymore. WB knows that they're done. WB knows that, hey, yo, we screwed up. We screwed up. And people know it. Everywhere. Everywhere. You have from celebrities. You have from regular people. You have all these shills talking. Everybody's right now talking about the Snyderverse and the return of it. Nobody's focused and talking about James Gunn and whatever the hell he's trying to do. Nobody. You don't believe me? Go look at his posts. Nobody barely watching them. Meanwhile, Zack Snyder posts a picture. Boom. The internet goes nuts. Straight up. That's what it is. Because there's quality there, and that's what we want. We're not getting that currently with James Gunn. We're not. James Gunn lied and said, oh, that he was trying and he's doing everything in his power to give us David Ayer's Suicide Squad. All right, dude, you have the power. You're the main guy at DC Studios. Why haven't you released the Ayer cut? Why? Oh, that's right. Friendly reminder. Because James Gunn doesn't like it. He doesn't get along with Jared Leto in real life because they both clashed in real life. And James Gunn is not going to release the Ayer cut while he has the keys to DC because his ego won't allow it. You think he's going to say, "Hey, go ahead, let's put out the air cut"? But we know, the real fans know that when they put out the air cut, is going to be superior than what James Gunn put out with the Suicide Squad. So James Gunn is like, yeah, I can't let that happen. Look at what's happening now. Matt Reeves is outshining James Gunn. Matt Reeves, his universe is getting talked about more than what the hell James Gunn is trying to do. What is that telling you? Again, nobody cares about James Gunn. Nobody respects James Gunn. Zack Snyder, everybody wants to work with him. Why is he working with the UFC people? Why is he working, with the Saudis? Why is he working with Netflix? Why is he working with all these projects? Why the hell is WB calling Zack Snyder back to do the prequel to 300? Remember, they said that during the summer. What is that telling you? That they need Zack Snyder. They need money. They need people watching and buying and consuming their products. They need us. Oh, the Snyderverse is dead. Nobody cares about it. Ha ha ha. What a joke, you James Gunn glazers. You know why? Because while we have right now with McFarlane Toys doing two crowdfunding campaigns, the one for Batman versus Superman and the Justice League Batmobile, that got funded in 5 days. In 5 days, not even a week, 5 days, it surpassed the goal. All right. It got funded in 5 days. And in the 30-day run, it surpassed double to almost triple the numbers that they thought that they were going to get. I'm sure that WB was like, oh, let's do it as a crowdfund. If these Snyder fans really want it so bad, watch, it won't even reach the goal. Joke's on you, clowns. We funded it in 5 days. Not even a week, 5 days. That's just a damn toy. What did they do the next crowd campaign? With David Ayer's Suicide Squad. They got Harley Quinn and they got Jared Leto's Joker. And guess what? It was so successful that it got funded within the 30 days. Okay. Suicide Squad, David Ayer doesn't have that big following like we do with, Zack Snyder, but still we support him, but it got funded. All right. It was so successful that Greedy McFarlane, and probably not him, it was probably Greedy WB, said, hey, let's extend it. Let's extend it another 3 days extra. Oh yeah, you want to milk that cow, huh? You want to get every little drop out of it. And they got it. But we showed them, yo, we made that possible. Both of those crowdfunding campaigns were successful. How come they're not doing that with James Gunn's Superman? Zack Snyder just posted within the past few days a picture of Ben Affleck's Batman in the armored suit, right? Guess who posted also the same thing to sell their product? Hot Toys. Hot Toys. And those toys are not expensive. I mean, they're not cheap. They're expensive. You're talking about a figure that's over $300. How come you have Iron Studios building, statues, high-end statues that are like over $3,000 and they're selling out a statue $3,000? If I had that money, I would buy it too. Shit. Meanwhile, with James Gunn, who the hell's buying the Weasel? That statue? Nobody. I don't even see nobody on social media posting anything with that. What is that telling you? That the Snyderverse sells. Meanwhile, James Gunn is costing and literally taking WB into bankruptcy. You did that yourselves, WB. You brought that upon yourselves. We tried warning you. We tried telling you. We advised you. We let you know before you even decided to leave James Gunn in charge. And what did you do? The opposite. The opposite. Now live and learn and accept it. You did this to yourselves again. All you had to do is just continue with the Snyderverse. That's it. It was easy. It was easy. What is that telling you? And then again, you have what? I think it's Hot Toys that they're also making the figure for Harley Quinn. What is it, like a 2.0 version of it? And that's sold out. Why are they putting out merchandise of Ben Affleck with the Bat Cycle from The Flash, a movie from 2023, from like what, 2-3 years ago? How come they're putting that out? Oh, that's right, because the Snyderverse sells. So you need that money, right? That's when you need us. Imagine if you were to announce Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. You'll be in the $1 billion club. You want that $1 billion? You want that top of the throne, top of the mountain, like Avengers? Then you need to restore the Snyderverse. The only way that DC can go up against Marvel is with Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. And you need to release the Snyder Cut like it was supposed to be, theatrically, and start building that momentum again if you really want this whole theatrical takeover, right? You have to. You want to go up against Marvel? You think with James Gunn's Circus Act is going to go up against Marvel? No. You're already doomed. You're done. Let's accept it. The only thing that could go up against Marvel with the Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars is Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. And let Zack Snyder do his thing. Do not interfere. He wants to do this Justice League 2 and 3 rated R. Let him do it rated R. Don't get in the way. Leave him alone. Let him cook. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. That's what the problem comes into play. It's the studio. The studio's like, oh, we think we know what's best for business. We know exactly what the customer wants. No, the hell you don't. No, you don't. That's the difference. Netflix knows that there was a huge demand for Rebel Moon. They were like, yo, screw it. Let's do another Snyder Cut, our version for Rebel Moon. We got the R rated for both of them. That's another Snyder Cut because this is Zack Snyder making it and it's the cut of another movie. So therefore, we got 2 Snyder Cuts. Deal with it, salty clowns. Deal with it, you trolls out there, you gun glazers. Oh, Snyderverse ain't shit. Oh, Snyderverse this and that. Yo, guess what? We won. And we're still winning. And guess what? We're going to do it again because that's what we do. We mean business. We have the money. That's not the problem. It's the stubborn studio and the executives that they think that they know what's best for this company. When in reality, they have no clue. They have no clue. And then when I talked about this not long ago, what do you have? Cosmic Book News. You have all these sources and all these shows coming out and saying, my sources are telling me that the only way that Zack Snyder can go up against the Avengers is with Justice League. Yeah? Sounds to me like you heard that from me and I called it. And all of a sudden now you want to run around and say that your sources. It's just called common sense. Let's be real. It's called common sense. What else can go up against the Avengers? You think James Gunn and his circus show? You think Matt Reeves and whatever the hell he's doing is going to go up against the Avengers? Hell no. Let's be real. It's not. The only thing that could go up against Disney and Marvel with the Avengers, and Disney must be shitting themselves, knowing that the restoration of the Snyderverse is right around the corner and they cannot stop it. And they're paying all these shills and they still can't stop us. Because let's be real. Let's be real, my friends. Disney and Marvel are paying shills to try to stop this. That's why they're making all these fake articles. Oh, my sources are telling me. Yeah, guess what? My common sense is telling me what I can see. You know what I see? I see the Russo brothers were trying to get information and trying to bait Zack Snyder with a slice of shitty pizza and say, hey, give us your secret. What's the secret sauce so we can make and do the next Avengers movie? Oh, and then all of a sudden, Zack doesn't say nothing. And the Russos were like, what would you do? How would you go about on it? Zack was just chilling. He's like, I ain't compromising. Don't compromise. And he didn't give them no ideas. And you could see the Russo brothers. They look like they're like, yo, we didn't get the info that we wanted. You can see it. Observe them and you will see their reaction. And guess what now? Oh, all of a sudden, it's a coincidence that the Russo brothers are back at Marvel and they're going to do the next Avengers. Oh, what a coincidence, right? No, they were just trying to take information. And I'm glad Zack didn't say anything. Zack knows what's up. Zack already knows that they're trying to take his ideas. And now we're supposed to get Avengers this month. Oh, all of a sudden, we're going to delay it another year and a half, almost 2 years. Why? Oh, because you're waiting for that fucking sale to happen. So when Zack is back, you're going to try to send your rats and try to get you info. Joke's on you. It's not going to happen again. It's not. It's not. I guarantee you it's not. And get ready because the tables are about to turn and the throne is about to be taken over again. And the win is coming for DC. If DC doesn't screw this up, that's the only way that they can go up against Marvel and the Avengers. I like Marvel. I like what they've done in their MCU. I love what they've done in their cinematic universe. Not everything, but for the most part, I do like it. Right? Endgame was kind of weak compared to Infinity War, but I enjoyed those movies compared to the slop that we're getting now. I mean, it was different times. Now we're seeing that Marvel's trying to clean up house, trying to do whatever the hell they're doing, blah blah, right? How come now all of a sudden we're starting to hear this rumor that the Saudis want to do a massive takeover in the sense of in Hollywood, to fix all these movies? Of course, because for years the entertainment business has been ran by all this woke and shill agenda type of characters, right? The alphabet and the list continues. Nobody cares about that. That's why these IPs and these brands are where they are right now in the trash. So what's the only thing that they can do? They have to go back to what was working. Haven't I been telling y'all that? They need to go back to what was working. Go back to where you left off, which is the Snyder Cut, the Nightmare Timeline. Things are literally on a standby in the sense of, yo, okay, Dark Side has finally taken over. I want to see where this is going to go. I want to see where this is going to completely head into. Where else did it leave off on? That's right, Black Adam, along with Henry Cavill as Superman. They were going to face each other eventually. What is that telling you? There was so much greatness, there was so much goodness, but the studio decided to say, you know what, we're gonna go a different route. And look at where you are right now. It's not working. It's not, honestly. Look, when it all comes down to this, it's completely a disaster. It really is. It really, really is. But the only way that DC can fix themselves is just by going back to what was working. Honestly. All right, let me see because I see in the comments. Let me know who I need to block because I see somebody's telling me. Let me know. Let me know. That way we can go ahead and do this real quick. I know I see the comments. I'm just getting sidetracked, so I don't want to, like look into it and stuff like that. All right, just put the person, whoever it is, so I can go ahead and block. All right, the infamous one, the infamous PM. All right, let's see. Hold on, give me 1 minute while I see, because I'm trying to see with the comments and stuff real quick. All right, let me see. I just saw him somewhere in the comments. All right, there we go. All right, gotcha. All right, that's the one. That's it. Say no more. He's out. Yeah. So look, overall, in the end, that's exactly what this is. All of these shows are just pissed. They're upset. They know that their efforts are not working, and overall, we're gonna get the Snyderverse back. There's no stopping it. There's no preventing it. They're trying to cry. It ain't working. They didn't stop us for the Snyder Cut. We got it. That's all that matters. And we're gonna get the restoration of the Snyderverse back. In the end, victory is going to be ours. All these James Gunn Glazers know it. They can't stop us. They're crying and complaining. Like little kids just crying and throwing a tantrum. Oh, why this and why that? Yo, nobody cares. Let's be real. Nobody cares. Always trying to play the victim. Nobody's buying that anymore. And honestly, in the end, it's change is on the way for Hollywood. With when it comes to these movies, once Zack Snyder is back officially at DC, it's game over. It's game over, and Marvel knows it. It's game over. Marvel and Disney tried so hard with Kevin Feige to try to stop, Snyderverse from continuing and all that stuff, and they still couldn't stop us because we got the Snyder Cut released. We got it on physical and we got it on digital. That's it. It's a done deal. We won. Period. Accept it. And they know that we're going to get the Air Cut next. They know it. We know that James Gunn is the tool for Disney. He's the pawn. He's the Trojan horse. Remember I told you all that in the beginning? I was like, yo, he's the Trojan horse. If you're not familiar with that story, go look into history and look it up what it's about. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, this whole thing, with Marvel versus DC. This is why they're trying. Remember, James Gunn was the one pushing. Oh, he wants to do. He spoke to Chris Pratt. He spoke to this one and he spoke to that one. That's why he's bringing all his little friends from the MCU because they're trying to build from within. Once the nest is fully built, you can't go back and fix it. No, you have to stop it now while you can. James Gunn is bringing all his little friends from Marvel and Disney to try to infiltrate and destroy everything from the inside out. And so far, he's been doing a good job. And if Warner Brothers doesn't get their shit together, then they're going to go down 100%. And this is why we're seeing that they're in the middle of this buyout. You know, is it going to happen? That's the part we don't know. We have to see what's going to happen. And like I told y'all, don't put all your hopes that, oh, today, tomorrow, from here to probably the end of literally the 31st of this month, we're going to hear an announcement. And like I told y'all, I've been telling y'all, we're going to hear an announcement, whether it's good or it's bad, but it's going to be big news. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what it is. I have no clue what it is. I'm just talking right now. I'm just speculating. Whatever news drops, whether David Zaslav decides to sell or not, that is going to be big news on its own. And we have to accept that. Because if it doesn't sell, everybody's going to talk. If it sells, everybody's going to talk. You see what I'm saying? It's a 50-50. So people are going to be like, yo, this is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. I know we're all waiting. We're all just like, yo, I want to find out. Are they going to sell? Who they're going to sell it to? If they're even going to sell? Is David Zaslav going to ruin this in the end? We don't know. We don't know. We just know that we're still fighting and we will continue to fight for Zack Snyder. And another thing, too, this month, December, on the 20th, we also have another big trending event for Release the Air Cut. That's still part of the Snyderverse. And I know there's another big trending event coming up for the celebration and the anniversary for Rebel Moon. See what I'm saying? This month is fully packed. All right? We're fighting for Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3, which is the restoration of, the Snyderverse. We're also going to be trending for Suicide Squad for David Ayer. That's still part of, the Snyderverse. And of course, we're also going to be celebrating the anniversary of Rebel Moon. 3 different IPs, 2 from the same director, which is Justice League and Rebel Moon. That's Zack Snyder. And of course, Suicide Squad, which is David Ayer. But still, we know that, he was still working in the tone and the style and everything. It was a connected universe within what Zack Snyder had built. So what is that telling you? This month, we go full throttle. There is no stopping us. Everywhere you look, you're going to look left, Rebel Moon. You look right, you're going to see Suicide Squad. You look up, you're going to see Justice League. You look down, Justice League 2. You want to look backwards, Justice League 3. You look to the other side, guess what? Ben Affleck's Batman. You want to look to the other side, Henry Cavill's Man of Steel 2. What a great, awesome month this is going to be. We are going to keep on doing what we have to. And in the end, that's all that matters, because that's what we're fighting for. We're just fighting for quality. You should have included us and not keep us to the side. You had so many chances, James Gunn. You literally did. You could have fixed all this. But then every time you just screwed things up even more. Because when you came out and you had originally on Peacemaker season 1, at the end when you had Jason Momoa and you had, Ezra Miller as a Flash and Aquaman, and you put the silhouettes of whatever remaining cast of the Justice League at the time, you were still saying that it was still connected. And Peacemaker's from the DCEU. You're just trying to force it and branch off into your shitty DCU that nobody cares about. And what is that telling you? And then you want to retcon things like what you did in season 2 for Peacemaker. Yo, let's be real. From the beginning, when you took and you came onto DC with Warner Brothers for the Suicide Squad, at least I don't know about everybody, but at least I saw right through you. And I saw your intentions, James Gunn. And your intentions were to erase the Snyderverse. Your intentions were to build whatever the hell you want to do, how you want to do it. It doesn't matter if it's sloppy or not. And you've done a fine job at that. Because it all started with the biggest flop in DC. which was The Suicide Squad. That movie did worse than Birds of Prey. And that tells you a lot. That tells you everything. How am I supposed to take somebody serious like that? And you're the head and you're the one running DC Studios? What an embarrassment. What an embarrassment. You have the job and the role that we all wish we could have. And instead of you owning up and playing the CEO that you're supposed to be of DC Studios, you've been screwing around with everything, literally. You're like the Flash, toying around with every timeline. And you've done a fantastic job at that. That's a 10 out of 10. That's how fantastic you've been doing things at DC with Warner Brothers. You're literally taking Warner Brothers into bankruptcy. Wow, congratulations. That deserves an applause. Woo! And this is why the studio's about to sell, because you haven't been able to fix anything. On the contrary, you keep costing the studio so much money. Where's all that money going to? Where is it? I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to see in December what those fat bonus checks are going to be like for James Gunn, Peter Safran, and of course David Zaslav. Because we know those three greedy ones always got to look out for themselves. You know, they have to secure their royalties, right? Because last year we saw that fat ass check that David Zaslav gave to himself. Didn't we also hear something that James Gunn also got a big check too? What is that telling you? They only care about themselves. They don't care about the company. They don't care about the brand. They don't care. If they did, they would be putting out quality. If they really did, they wouldn't be up for the sale. If everything was so good and successful with the DCU and with James Gunn and with Peacemaker and Creature Commandos, they wouldn't be in the slumps with these numbers. They wouldn't be, cheering and saying, oh, as long as we make our budget back, then we're good. Really? That's exactly where you're cheering? You are seriously cheering that as long as you make your budget back, you're okay with that? How pathetic and embarrassing that is. I've never heard that from a company before. You take the cake on that one, James Gunn. You really do. A fantastic job that you've been doing. In the end, you know that the Snyderverse is making a comeback. In the end, you know that all of this little illusion of the DCU is about to be just like Thanos. Boom, like a snap, wiped away, and it's all gonna be retcon. The same way that you retcon everything of Zack Snyder. Remember what you did with Ben Affleck in The Flash? We don't forget. You replaced him with George Clooney. Remember what you did in Peacemaker with the Justice League? You retconned them. Remember, you did this. You brought this upon yourselves, James Gunn. You had the opportunity. You could have fixed things and you could have made things a lot better and you could have had the respect and you could have had the money from us. But no, the more stubborn and hard-headed you are, is the more that we will continue to boycott. And then you have your clown friend, Steve Agee, whatever his name is. Well, how's that boycott going? I'll tell you again, it's going wonderful because you guys are about to get sold off. That's how good this boycott is going. Guess what? You're struggling at the box office. That's how good this boycott is going. What is that telling you? What is that telling you? We are winning. Accept defeat. We are the majority. Your ego has led literally to where you are right now. Completely. That is telling you everything. Soon, my friends, I'm telling you right now, we're going to be seeing Ben Affleck's The Dark Knight Returns. We're going to be seeing Man of Steel 2. We might even see a Black Adam 2. I hope. I want to see that under Zack Snyder's leadership. I want to see that happen. If you don't, that's you. I want to see that happen. I want to see Black Adam face off Superman. That's what I want to see. Zack Snyder style. That's what I want. Soon, we're also going to see the Ayer cut from David Ayer. We're going to see the real vision and version of what he wanted to give us with Suicide Squad. We're going to also see, and I can't wait to see how Justice League 2 and 3 are going to take place and they're going to open the doors to even more greatness. I'm telling you, my friends, it's all making a comeback. It's happening. For Zach to post that picture yesterday saying, hey, go rewatch it, you know, turn the volume up, he's just telling you, enjoy it. Enjoy it. We have to keep on making the noise. Everywhere you're seeing a lot of people coming together. And it's wonderful and it's beautiful to see how everybody together are coming, whatever hashtag it is that you're using. But mainly, what we all want is overall for Zack to be back and the restoration of the Snyderverse to be back at its full potential. Because that's what we want. We want all that greatness. And in the end, we are going to get it, my friends. So let me look at the comments and stuff like that. So post your comments. Let me check this out. Let's see. Cheering for just making their budget back is the equivalent of wanting a trophy just for showing up. Yeah. Oh man, that's true. That is so true, honestly. Will Smith Deadshot solo movie? Let's go. Yeah, that would be dope too. I would love to see that, but I think it'll probably get thrown into a Ben Affleck's Batman movie, just because he's one of those characters. I guess that would be nice. That would be. I'd want after the air cut, Batfleck versus Deathstroke, of course. Joker, a couple other things, but now that it's been so many years, I do Man of Steel too. I mean, however they want to do, let it be. Let them go from there. I know there's a lot of things that could come from it. Aren't Zach and Gunn supposed to be friends? Or is that a lie spread by the media? It's a lie spread by the media. Because if they were really friends, you would have seen Zack Snyder post up the picture like he usually does with his friends. Hey, I'm here with my friend, and he shares it on his social media. He's never did that once. And if James Gunn was really a friend of Zack Snyder, he would have never retconned, the work that Zack Snyder has built. So that's telling you everything, honestly. Gun Cult should be jailed. Yeah, big time. Man of Steel 2 showing Superman versus the elite and the fully formed character people cry about. Then Darkseid arrives, and Zack Snyder Justice League opens with world being a wasteland. That would be cool. I like where that's heading. And a proper Flashpoint movie with Jeffrey D. Morgan as Thomas Wayne Batman. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that's all gonna happen. I'm for sure. I know that all of that's gonna happen. I'm so excited to see Zack Snyder's live action adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, same here. I'm looking forward to that. Black Adam versus Superman. We got the animation DVD. Now it's time for the live action or make Black Adam Wonder Woman 3 movie, of course, with the what? Oh, the goat, The Rock. Yeah, yeah, that would be dope. I think Snyder is just raking his shot here while he can, get fans hype, and who knows? Nah, he's not just doing that. He knows what he's doing. Zach's the man with the plan, so I believe in him. So he knows exactly what he's doing. Superman and Shazam versus Black Adam. That too. Yeah, hell yeah. I know a lot of people like to give crap about Zachary Levi, but I want to see him under Zack Snyder's leadership and his guidance. Within these movies and stuff. I know he will show us a different version of him. The Snyderverse will reign supreme. Yes, yes, big time, big time. Um, Let me see. I'm not acknowledging the trolls, honestly. I see your comment, but I'm not acknowledging it. WB, they just want clout. I'm not giving it. WB paying people to give gun participation trophies. Isn't that far fetched? Nope. That's exactly how this business is, and that's what the shows do. Again, you were in charge, DC. You would have blocked James Gunn and his plans. Could have let the Snyderverse be finished before you let James Gunn or someone else reboot the DCU. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people wanted that. He had the opportunity, but he just completely didn't do it. Release the air cut. Yeah, big time, big time. We're trying to fight for that. And we're gonna get it. I just hope Zack Snyder casts Hayden as Superman villain against Henry Cavill. That would be cool. Make the Batflick movie. Yep, yep, yep. Big time, big time. I don't trust Zaslav. Me neither. He'll probably f it up like he did after Black Adam. Probably. It's just his greed. He just wants more. Ben Affleck Batman should be rated R. Yeah, big time. It has to. It has to be rated R. Josh Charles would have been a better Lex Luthor. Yeah, I think so. But I like what they did with Jesse, with Batman versus Superman. Now, if you're talking about with what they're doing now with the reboot, then yeah, that's a whole different story. Zach's such a cool guy. You notice none of the actors he works with talk bad about him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, that tells you a lot. They respect him. I love Nolan and Snyder work on Wonder Woman 3, especially since she's an Amazonian. Yeah, that would be dope. That really, really would be awesome. Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Edition was a slow burn drama with action. The studio couldn't be happy with getting a haul for that movie. It's such an eye roller. Yeah, the studio, I mean, they make some decisions, honestly. I have no idea. Imagine Snyder killing guns in a possible project. I don't see that happening, though, honestly. Um, do you think we'll get news Transformers soon? I hope so. I really hope so. I think we probably might be hearing something soon. I haven't followed up with anything, but the only thing that we know is just that Michael Bay is looking for new locations to film currently in Africa, and that's all we know right now. We don't know anything else, but I think we will be hearing probably something, probably like a quick update soon. I hope so before the end of the year, literally sometime this month, but we'll see. Right now, Warner Brothers and Disney are currently toast. Yeah, yeah, together, both of them are straight up. All right, I noticed probably never happened, but let us have the Batgirl movie for free on HBO Max. Yeah, that's another one too. Yeah, hell yeah, I would love to see the Batgirl movie. At this point, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I told y'all, I think that there's something good in the Batgirl movie, and James Gunn just doesn't want us to see it because he knows that he'll be like, "Yo, people are gonna be asking more for this." That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel that it's probably happening. Same thing with the air cut. James Gunn can't live up to that type of quality. Nah, Jesse Eisenberg is the scariest Lex Luthor as of yet. Yeah, yeah, he was, especially when he went bald at the end. Yeah, I was like, damn, this dude means business. I was Zack Snyder seeing this and all of his followers, and all of the flowers were given him. I also hope he's writing behind the scenes because we're ready for it. Yeah, yeah, he's probably working on something. Yeah, I hope so. It would be nice. You imagine one day he just drops in on the chat? That would be amazing. That would be straight up amazing. Bring back Michael Bay to Transformers again. Yeah, big time, big time. Do you know a guy named Shine Comics? Nope, have no idea what that is. Restore Snyderverse and continue the Guns DCU and animation. Yeah, there you go. Continue James Gunn's universe in animation. Ooh, all the James Gunn chills just got activated. I think Zack Snyder should give us the Batgirl movie, that tax write off. They should release it for free on HBO Max. Yeah, that could be one way that they could do it. They could seriously do that. Do you think Michael Keaton will return as Batman again? Yeah, yeah, he would. Money talks. He'll come back. Rebel Moon's still killing it. Rebel Moon trending event on 12/22. Rebel Moon. Oh, okay, 12/22. All right, perfect. Nice, nice. Good to know that. I had no idea the Curly Ray. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I know you really support, and I be seeing you on what is this, on X, Twitter. You constantly always talking about it, so that's cool. Good, good, good. 12/22. Everybody, remember that. So on the 20th is for Suicide Squad. Release the air cut, and on the 22nd is going to be for Rebel Moon. I can't wait. Oh, this month's gonna be exciting. It's already starting off good. Snyder Batman was the most unique Batman. It's cool seeing Batman from all grays and through those Superman death, he sees the light again. But of course, the shows don't appreciate good storytelling. The shows don't appreciate anything. They only literally, if you're pushing an agenda, that's all they literally, you have their attention. Bro, you articulated Zack Snyder news with more passion than any other content creator I've watched. Keep up the great work. You're going places. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. That means a lot. You see, I like reading comments and stuff. So that really that like Thanos, that does put a smile on my face. Again, Universal Pictures will dethrone Disney and will also break their 10-year and their 2-year streak. Universal will dominate 25 and will give the death blow to Disney. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's man, it's so many movies out here and stuff. Eisenberg played Lex Jr., not his father. That people missed a lot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. We need to get a stream of Zach with you. Harsh, Aaron, Lethal Geeks in it, and Zach announcing Justice League 2 and 3 and the rest of the Snyderverse. That would be dope. I'm all up for it. That would be amazing, honestly. Let's see right here. All right, bro. In animation, Hot Girl will get a Bella Ramsey chin. Oh man. I'm also Rebel Moon Theory. Nice, nice. Yes, yes, good, good. Let's see, make Batgirl movie. I would like to see that, honestly. Seriously, I'm curious to see what they have in there. Would the original Green Lantern cut of Justice League be released before Justice League Part Two? I think we would have to see it. I think that would be perfect if they release the Snyder cut theatrically so we can get that real version, and it sets up and it builds up everybody for what's to come in the next part of the story. That would be dope, honestly. So the Rebel Moon, restore the Rebel Moon. Yeah, we need more Rebel Moon, honestly. Let's see. What do you think about fan projects to recreate some scenes of the Snyderverse lore? Yeah, go for it. I mean, if they're willing to do it, I don't see why not. Snyder DC films made money. WB clearly doesn't like money. Yeah, WB is like allergic to money. Who knows what the hell's going on with them? Restore Snyderverse. Live action is the only way. True, true. I met some artists that are preparing awesome pieces. Cool, cool. Yeah, everybody's excited. Everybody. I've been seeing a lot of interaction and stuff, so that's good. Social media is it's lit up. The live action remake of Moana will absolutely be destroyed next year. It'll be an absolute hot mess. Oh man, I know you got it against it. When the Snyderverse is finished, I will be Thanos sitting on the porch at the end of Infinity War. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we're all gonna be feeling the same way. Honestly, it's like, man, like that. Then we can move on. Until that doesn't happen, we're gonna keep on fighting the good fight, my friends. Restore the Black Adam cut. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We really need. I want more Black Adam, honestly. Whip out the champagne and celebrate as though it's already happened. This will only further attract the desired outcome of Hans Zack Snyder's cinematic universe fully restored. Yes, indeed, my friend, for sure, for sure. Time to stock up on the champagne. Get that bubbly ready. Hell yeah. Imagine Snyder bringing back Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan. That would be cool. I mean, they were supposed to do that, but of course, I think it was Toby Emmerich or what was the other guy, Jeff Johns, that got in the way, and they prevented that and stuff like that. But he was supposed to come back, so it was supposed to happen. They spoke and stuff. So do you think Mortal Kombat 2 will release or be canned? Nah, they're gonna release it. I'm excited for that. I'm actually excited. I can't wait. I hope it's good. I just want to see the main characters. That's it. Um, I don't know if you noticed, but I sent you photos of my drawing, Lindsay Lohan with you as an All Might a while ago. Oh, I'm not sure. It probably went to my spam folder. Try to resend it just in case because it probably went to the spam folder. I don't even check my spam folder honestly, like the junk mail stuff. Like I don't even go into it. It's probably sitting in there, but I guess if you want to try to resend it, I'll go for it. I'll take a look and see if it's there. I was watching some clips of Tommy Lee Jones as Two Face in Batman Forever. He's a way better villain than I remember. What's your thoughts on his performance? He was awesome. I liked him. I really, really liked him. I just didn't like what he was wearing. The whole tiger stripe two piece outfit that he was wearing. That to me was always like, yo, what the hell? Like honestly, like I liked him. It's just both of his, I guess, I don't know, the suits that he were wearing. One side was black, and then like with the pink, I think the hot pink stripes, and then the other one, I don't remember now. That's just how long ago it's been. But he did good. He did good. I really liked him with his performance and stuff. Snyder just watching the gun DCU burn to the ground. Yeah, that's why he's posting these things. He knows what's up. Give us the Lord of the Rings style finale for Zach's DC epic. Yeah, yeah, that would be dope. That would be. We need more Rebel Moon and Planet of the Dead. Why isn't Netflix green lighting them? Because of Dan Lin. That's why. Dan Lin is the one that's making everything difficult over there on Netflix, and he doesn't like and he doesn't get along with Zack Snyder. So, to me, Dan Lin is another shill that's on Disney's payroll. That's how I see it. I'm just saying it, how I feel. Alrighty, my boys, you got to get going. See you later. Appreciate you for tuning in. I'd rather have Man of Steel 2. What? Post Zack Snyder Justice League movie before anything Black Adam related. Yeah, I mean, as long as it as long as we get something, that's all I care about. How's your comic coming along? I'm still working. I'm still working on it. Honestly, I've had like writer's block for like the past month and a half. It's been very, very tough coming up with something. And when I do come up with something, like I'll just draw it and then it's like, yo, like I blank out. So literally I was gonna start drawing after the stream. But it's hard, sometimes it just hits me when I'm just at random places and then I'll forget it and then I'll try to remember it. It's tough. It's tough coming up with the story by yourself, then drawing it. It's just is work in progress. So I'm trying to see if I can have it by the end of this month for y'all, but I don't know if I'm gonna meet the deadline, honestly. If I do, it's probably gonna be reduced, but I don't want to do that in the sense of pages. But I'm trying to work as hard as I can on it. Like there's days that I'm like I feel like drawing, there's other days that I really don't. So just bear with me. I am trying to work on the next one ASAP. Snyder, hey Ryan, want to come back as Where's the gunshot? Ryan, you're welcome, Canada. Man, I'm pretty excited about Mortal Kombat 2, especially Street Fighter next year. I don't know about the Street Fighter. I hope it's good. I hope that the trailer sells me. Restore Batman Forever cut. Universal by Warner Brothers. Let's say we won. Tommy Lee Jones smiling and behaving like Joker is just so cursed. Yeah, yeah, like yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, these characters are like that. He was atrocious. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, some people liked him, some didn't. I liked it. I liked. I just didn't like what he was wearing. And the two baddies he had, yeah, that I did like so. Okay, because I tried sending like you did and you told. Okay, I'll try checking it. Look, as a matter of fact, now that we're right here in this live stream, let me try checking right now, so I can give you like a real life update. Do you know more or less when you send it? Cause the only thing I'm seeing, I'm not sure. Would Nah, these are some personal messages that I got, but it was like sometime in November. I'm not sure if what month did you send this? I could try to check it. And I see Zach, Goat Gun Clown. You doing a comic? Awesome. Yeah, I'm on my second comic, so Rebel Defenders. So if you're not aware, that's the one that I'm working on. So issue one digitally is done. I'm trying to get that physical, so I'll probably try to have some updates on that within the next few months. I'm trying hard. I'm working on something to try to get the capital for it and stuff like that. So it's probably gonna be like an exclusive run, a limited run or something. So just I'll update y'all with that once it's ready. Release the Schumacher cut, not Snyderverse, but still. What? Okay. Did we ever get Snyder Cut streaming numbers? Nope, not exactly. So, yeah, it is what it is. You watch DBZ? Yeah, yeah. I used to. I haven't had time. Currently, I'm just rewatching My Hero. So I forgot what. I think I'm on season three. So yeah, I'm currently rewatching all that one again. It's a freaking awesome anime. I know most people may not agree. I'm not a fan of Ezra Miller's Flash, but I love to see the director's cut of the Flash film. Yeah, same here. Same here. Let's see. It was last month, October. Okay, in October. Damn, let me go back to October then. Give me 1 second while we're live so I can see it. Let me see. Let me see. Bear with me real quick. All right. I'm looking through my thing. I'm on October 24th. I'm going backwards, so let me see. October 18, 18. Oh, I think it's this one. Was it not that I want to put the name or anything out there, but was it on October 14? I'm not sure because I know somebody sent me something, but I don't want to put the person's name out there and stuff like that. I know somebody sent me something October 14. I'm looking at it right now. They're just real quick. They're like, I came across your YouTube channel. You were drawn by the news. I think this is another comic. I know I saw that one. I think it's called Darian. Darion. I'm not sure. That's pretty dope. Whoever did that, that was pretty awesome. I gotta give you props on that. That was pretty awesome. Let me see. Hold on. Favorite DBZ character? Damn, that's Vegeta. Vegeta's my character. That's my, especially when he's like super with the gold hair and all that stuff. Yeah. When they combine, nah, it's just too much. I like it when he has the blue hair also. The reason Super Cavill, Kevin Costner, Kent are filled with auras because Snyder himself farms aura. His work posts. Yeah, yeah, big time, big time. Zach knows what he's doing. Oh, you did it October 8th. Okay, let me check this real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm on the 15. Let me see. All right, 10, the ninth, the 8. No, you know what? I'm looking at the 8. On the 8, I literally have only one, two, three emails. It's probably sitting in my spam. Let me look at it while we're here still, just so I can check it. So you said October 8. Let me see. October 8. Nah, I don't even have anything on my spam. Nope. On October 8, I literally don't even have anything in my spam. It probably didn't go through. I'm not sure. Yeah, it probably didn't go through, so you might want to send it again. Yeah, I'm looking at the junk spam mail. There's nothing in here. Nah, this is nope, nope. I don't have anything. You might want to try to resend it. Try to see if you could do it now. So while I'm looking at the messages and stuff, Tommy Lee Jones for being a bad guy, for Two Face. He's a great actor, but with a bad script. Yeah, I mean it was Joel Schumacher. Um, Once the Snyderverse is fully restored, we gotta get a course correction on Affleck's Batsuit for Justice League 2 and 3, especially The Dark Knight Returns. I like what they've done. I mean, yeah, Zach knows what he's doing. If we get more Justice League, Batfleck movie, Cavill sequels, I don't mind WB making movies like Shazam, Flash. I'll watch them in theaters too. Nah, man. I mean, they can't be corny. They just can't. They have to be like what we the serious tone and stuff. What are your thoughts on Transformers 4 and 5? I love 4. 5 is I still like it, but I like 4 more. I thought they had good ideas, but the execution could have been better. On 5, you can clearly see literally the studio, like WB being on top of Zach, and you can see all the mistakes and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Let's see. You made some Batman vs Superman analog horror inspired animation on your channel in case you want to see it. You might like them or really hate them. All right, cool. I'll check them out. And let me see. All right, I'm gonna take 3 more, and that's it. I'm about to get going. Why hasn't Gun shut down rumors about Snyderverse? He has Doctor Fate with other rumors. Oh no, the whole thing with Doctor Fate, that's not happening. That's fake. He already debunked it. I forgot to take a screenshot of it. I was gonna share it with y'all, but yeah, James Gunn said nah. That's not. He's like, I don't know where you got that from. So that's made up. And apparently that's from when they were doing Black Adam, and somebody just, I guess, a troll decided to get it and say, "Oh, let's bring it in now," to this because of James Gunn. They're just trying to build fake news. So that's exactly what it is and stuff. So, like I said, don't believe everything on the internet. All right, you gonna try to send it again? All right, let me know if you do, because I'm literally checking right now. So uh, it hasn't gone off. So yeah, sometimes it does that. I don't know why. Sometimes how emails are and things. No, I mean W make movies like Shazam, Flash, in addition to Snyderverse stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess. Your first Joel Schumacher movie was Phone Booth, starring what is it? Kiefer Sutherland, Colin Farrell, Katie Holmes, and Forrest Whitaker. Um, nice, nice. Let's see, Doctor Fate must stay in the DCEU. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. That's how it is. Astro Boy. Um, Not a big fan of Astro Boy. I prefer Mega Man. I know Mega Man is a copy of Astro Boy. Astro Boy is the OG. But I don't know. I was just never not a real big fan of Astro Boy. I don't know. I just don't know. Not my thing. Yeah, let's keep the hope. Exactly. Let's keep the hope. Oh, look, I just got an email. All right, there we go. Now I got it. Now I got it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, yeah, with the theater. Nice. That's pretty dope. Damn, you made that? That was like what, AI or something? That's pretty dope. Yes, yes. I got it now. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at it right now. That it shows the people and stuff. If you want me to share that, let me know. If I have your permission, I'll share it. That way, I guess if more people want to use it, we can all use it. And again, it's gonna build that right there is gonna build a lot of attention. I'm telling you right now. If you want me to share it, just let me know, and like I'll let people know about it and stuff. Let's see, Dark Side Control Soups versus Free Quest. All right, cool, cool. I'll share it. I'll put up the post. I'll give you the credit on it and stuff like that. So, but yeah. But with that being said, my friends, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, for watching. Let's keep an eye. Let's see what else comes this week, because we're going to be seeing and hearing a lot of more updates. And we're also going to be hearing a lot of rumors too. So don't fall for all the rumors that are going to be made up out there and stuff like that. All right. So with that being said, thank y'all. Stay safe. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace out.